He looks like your average goalie, but take a closer look. Joe Rogers is proof positive that if you don't let things get in your way, anything is possible. You see, the 17-year-old Marysville, Michigan product can't close his glove after catching a puck. Joe was born without a full right hand.
Random birth defect, and I'm not sure the statistics, but I got it, so.
And you have not let it stop you at all?
Nope, not at all.
Do you ever sometimes say, why me? Have you ever thought that?
Never. That's never even crossed my mind.
In the last, let's say, 5 or 6 months, we've probably talked more about it, and it's maybe the first time that I've even said to Joe that it is a birth defect. I mean, in our mind, it's always certainly been a challenge. It's real. We know it exists, and so it's not like we're in denial or anything, but we've always just taken forward the idea of it is what it is, it's what you are, and we move forward and do the best you can.
That he has. Joe is a straight-A student in school and also excels in baseball. But it is in hockey where he truly stands out. He began playing when he was just 4 years old, and a few years later took to goaltending. He first met goaltending coach Steve McKichen about 8 years ago.
His just knowledge of the game and his instruction, and he pushes me to the limit, and it's because of him that I'm able to be where I am right now and hope to keep moving up.
Physically, he's as good as any goalie I've seen, but mentally he's far tougher than a lot of kids I've seen. He's taken an amazing challenge and he's overcame it. He's never used it as a crutch.
Joe has a specially made glove that has an extra strap and more webbing, basically so the puck will not come loose. Last season, his AAA team won the Under-16 U.S. National Championships. This season, the 5'11", 170-pound Rogers has earned a spot on the PETROLIA Jets Junior B team. Joe isn't the first athlete from the state of Michigan to excel in sports despite his disability.
He did it! He did it! No-hitter for Jim Abbott!
Jim Abbott was a star pitcher in the big leagues and was born also without one hand. The only difference between the two is that when Joe was younger, he had surgeries and had a bone taken from his toe into his thumb. The two have talked through emails, and Jim has been an inspiration to Joe.
From a young age, I had baseball cards of Jim Abbott, and a friend of mine's dad played minor league with Jim, so he had Jim write me a personal little letter and sign baseball. So I have that in my bedroom and look at it occasionally. And recently I was able to meet Jim. He thought my story was great, and just I can just touch many people just as he has.
Do you feel like you're an inspiration to other young kids, the way Jim Abbott is for you?
I think maybe a little bit now to the small area around me, but hopefully if I move forward, I can become a bigger inspiration to people.
Joe will be furthering his hockey career in the not-too-distant future at a major U.S. university. No, it will not be at Michigan State, his father's alma mater, but instead Notre Dame, beginning in 2009.
From a young age, it's been my goal to play Division I college hockey and to hopefully one day make it to professional hockey in the NHL. And I just started out, and it was for fun. It's still for fun, but as I'm getting closer, it makes me want to work harder.
My wife and I, we sometimes almost pinch ourselves going, is it real? I mean, is this really going to happen? And it is reassuring. It's kind of neat. It's sort of like a weight lifted off his shoulders because it's one of his major goals.
And I've seen many talented kids over 16 years. He's probably the most talented kid I've seen, bar none, regardless of the thing going with his hand. And with a work ethic on top of that, that's why I project him to be such a talent.
From Strathroy, Ontario, Tony Ambrogio, The Score.